Beautiful people, right, veneer and oak stringers like a pro. So, the way I do it, there's plenty of ways, but this is the best way for me. The treads meet the stringer. So what we've done, we've got a multi-tool and we've notched out. So our veneer going on is 6mm thick. So I've done an 8mm notch all the way up. What that means, our board sits beautifully into the groove like that. You sit that there, step one. Step two is get a square. Lay it on the tread, nice and flat, and then you do your line. Do that on each tread. So what we're going to do is going to make a template with like 3 or 4 treads on, and then we're going to reference that against our nice big long sheet. This is just an offcut, so it don't matter. Obviously we'll make a little template, and I find this is the a foolproof way of doing it. Right, so now we've got a horizontal line coming off with our tread. Now for the riser. We measure from the riser to the front. So we've got 212mm there. So that's from this back face to basically where the neck's beginning without the nosing on the end. So we've got 212mm. So then you sit that to the back edge and you reference in 212mm. And simply get your square. Draw them on, jigsaw them out. Right, step 2, we're outside, marked our template, just gone around it in a Sharpie. So this is just the initial template. Then what we're going to do is test it on our stairs and then transfer that onto our main sheet of oak veneer. Mark it all out, and then we'll do it in 2 long strips. So you only got 1 join in the middle, just looks a lot nicer than a load of bits. So anyway. Can cut a little bit off the bottom. Chop that off, and a little sit down, lovely. Bish bash bosh. Beautiful people, right. Phase 2, we're outside. We've got our templates. This is our rough cut template. So all we've done is mark the reference point as the stringer comes down the stairs. And then we've transferred that onto a larger piece. And then we're copying this onto our big 8x4 sheet. So all we're doing is literally laying it on top. And simply drawing around them. So that's our straight top cut, and then these are obviously to the stairs. So we just cut. All of these are scrap basically. On the top edge, which is the top height. Right, put that aside. Right, jigsaw these out, next step. Beautiful people, right. What we're doing here, we've got our template. So we set that up the stairs, that all sits nice, and then that repeats continuously up the stairs, both sides. And the other side is literally mirror image, so that just goes there. So now what we're doing, you lay this down and you just mark around it. So the best way to do it is run, put a line here, track saw off, circular saw, whatever you want, nice long rip down it, so you've got your square edge which goes to the top. This is obviously where your base rail sits on, or if it's against the wall, the capping for the stringer. And then what you do is you butt it to the edge like this. Then when you mark this, it simply means that these triangular sections come out here, you cut that out, and that's your wastage. Then you just get loads of little triangles, so it's minimal wastage. Then we're going to take this inside. Once it's all nicely cut, test fit it. People, Stringers, here we go. So we've cut a rope veneer. Be careful with this, obviously it's a bit fragile after you chop all your triangles out, but basically what we're going to do, that is going to sit into our pre-cut slots. As I explained before, they just sit nicely into this gap. And if I've done it right, they sit beautifully there. Come up here, Sandy, follow us up. So again, what we do, these are all pre-cut in now. They sit in there lovely. Make sure it's nice and tight. I do my joins on the corner here, so rather than a big cut that's a join, you just have the smallest section. So the time you get gripper, underlay and base rail is about 10 mil. Wax it, sand it, and it's gone forever. So basically, that's how I do mine. You might need to, stairs aren't always perfect. So sometimes what you need to do is just go around, do a little mark on a couple, pencil line, Sharpie, whatever, and then you basically just might need to give it a little trim with the jigsaw. These were perfect. And yeah, we're going to stick them on next. Right, we test fitted them. They all fit lovely. Fix all. You can use any grip adhesive, but I love this stuff. So this is a turbo 20-minute one. So you just put it on, forget about it, you can carry on working. So all you do, you want to be generous. Look it on the bottom, take a sliding away. Yeah. You don't want to go too close to the edge because you don't want it all spudging out everywhere. That's a technical term, spudging, by the way. You want to make sure you've got good adhesion to that. As you can see, the cameraman doesn't double up as a very good assistant at the same time. I've got the sound off back. Right, here we have. Oh, it's so close to the edge of that one. Right, there we go. So what we're going to do now is stick that in our pre-cut holes that are all tested obviously before you cover it in glue. Give it a shimmy shimmy. Whoop, whoop. And then push her back. Get a wet wipe, clean off the excess, and that's it, done. Top one. So again, fix all. Make sure you've got good adhesion on all of this. You don't want any flappy bits anywhere. You don't have to do little patterns, but you can do what you want. Make sure it's covered though. Right, what we're going to do, stick this in a pre-cut hole. So as I say, having them slots just make it so much easier. You can just literally slide it in like that. And you get it super tight and sexy. Push her back. Right, and that's your next one. Done. 2 secs, we'll be back with you. Right, pinning it. You don't need to do this, but I like to on our jobs just because I know it's 100%. So I just wax the heads after they completely disappear. You don't need tons. And equally, I don't want to clamp it because then you've got clamps in the way all day while obviously I'm working. So what we're going to do here, and to prove I'm not a complete festival snob, well, I am. They don't make a nail gun. But this second fix pin gun is superb, so no gas, which is great. So what I'm doing here, I'm pinning low down. So this is covered by gripper, underlay and carpet, and then I'm putting one right at the top, so I'm just going to pin just below where the base rail sits. So again, they'll be invisible. So another key tip when you're doing this, use a set square, and you want to make sure that this top line doesn't protrude. You want it sitting nice and flush. Boom. Away you go. Work your way down and repeat. There you go. So work your way down.